97 on our agenda. So moved. Johnny, clap your hands. All right, everybody. You stay with me, Johnny.
I'm with you, brother.
This is how you keep getting elected.
I know it is.
Hey, just give me the look. Give me the look. I'll get on it.
We got it covered. All right. Welcome, everybody. We are here for our August 19, 2026 Executive Committee meeting of the Southeast Texas Regional Planning Commission. And I just want to welcome everybody to this meeting and thank each of you for taking time out for your attendance today, and including Fred back here in Jefferson County. Thanks, Fred. Please know that though this meeting is an in-person meeting, it is being live streamed and recorded, as Shannon reminds me every time. And but always after me. For those viewing by live stream, they are not counted as being in attendance, nor can they actively participate. As a reminder, according to Southeast Texas Regional Planning Commission bylaws, Article 3, any member of the Southeast Texas Regional Planning Commission that is in arrears and dues cannot vote until the dues are paid. Also, if you do need to speak, please state your name, Johnny. If you are a member of the public and would like to address an item on the agenda, once you are recognized, you may speak up to 3 minutes regarding that item.
Can't recognize me?
Yeah. At that time, we will begin with a roll call in order to establish a quorum. I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Suzanne.
Thank you. It's wonderful to see so many people here today. Appreciate you being here. It may take me an hour to get through the list, but we're going through so quick. Okay. Hardin County, County Judge Wayne McDaniel. Jasper County, Judge Mark Allen. From Jefferson County, we have Mr. Fred Jackson. Orange County, we have Commissioners Kirk Walker and Commissioner Johnny Trahan. City of Beaumont, Councilmember Chris Durio. From Bridge City, I think this is her first time to attend. This is Councilmember Gina Menino. Yes, we're glad to have her here. City of Jasper, Mayor Clark McLean and Councilmember Bob Mayhar. City of Nederland, Mayor Jeff Darby. City of Orange, we have Councilmember Matt Chandler here. Yes, Chandler. Okay, City of Pinehurst. First time here with us today, Mayor Lee Hayes. You brought some goodies too, was it really? So, yeah. You put them in the right place as well. Yeah. Thank you so much. City of Port Neches, Mayor Robert Arnold. Rose City, we have Mayor Pro Tem Sheila Foskey. Silsbee, Mayor Pro Tem William Bass. Sour Lake, we have City Manager Mr. Bo Hanson. West Orange, Mayor Randy Branch and Councilmember Jay Odom. Lumberton Municipal Utility District, we have the president, the general manager is Rob Starr, but he also is here to help hold a quorum with the Southeast Texas Groundwater Conservation District. He's their representative on the board here. Let's see. Is this your first time here? Yes. No. Oh, okay, it's been a while. Then we have from Beaumont ISD, Mr. Randall Maxwell, Executive Director of Student Support Services, and Dr. Rodney Cavness, Director of Strategic Partnerships. And we have Jefferson County Drainage Number 6, President Josh Allen, Lower Naples Valley Authority, Risa King, and then with the LIT, we have Miss Anna Perez, and federal delegation with Senator Ted Cruz, we have Mr. Kelly Waterman, with Congressman Randy Weber, Mr. Blake Hopper, and we also have as a special guest Ms. Kim Klein, who's the Executive Director of the Red Cross, Ms. Caitlin Addington, who is formerly with SVP, is now called Strong Word, and she's a fellow with Strong Word. And we do have a quorum.
Thank you very much, Suzanne.
Did I miss anyone?
I just want to get a couple of and have everybody raise their hands.
He does not work out in your ladder, does he?
And also with the IC, Chief Judge of Mount Hood.
Thank you very much, ma'am. All right, at this time, we'll stand for the invocation read by Fred Jackson, and followed by the pledge of allegiance by Commissioner Kirk Rockford.
Father, we love you and praise you that you've given us the mercy of this new day, despite our failings yesterday. Don't give up on us, Father, and I pray that you'll bless us with the fullness of your grace, and wherever you put us, we will honor and serve you in all we think and do and say. Amen.
Amen.
You'll follow me in the pledge. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Fred. All right. Now at this time, we'll go to number 4, approval of the July 15, 2026 Executive Committee minutes. And a copy was already sent out to all the board members. Thank you for sending them for doing that.
Move to approve.
Judge McDaniel, Hardin County. Got a motion or a second?
Second.
Thank you, sir. Dear Darby. All right, have any discussion or questions? All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That carries. 5, approval of the investment report for quarter ending June 2026. And I guess we handle them separately. We'll all get a combo meal.
Any combo?
A combo meal. Also approval of the treasury report for June 2026. Once again, I should have a copy of that.
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
And a second. Thank you, sir. I've got a motion and a second. Any discussion? No discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, we're going to move on to administration, and it's going to be first approval of a resolution adopting the existing SETRPC investment policy and strategies for FY 2027, and that's going to be presented by Ms. Debbie Garland. Ms. Deb.
We're seeking executive committee approval for the resolution adopting the investment policy and strategies for FY 27. Both the resolution and the investment policies are in your packet. The Public Funds Investment Act requires our agency to annually review and amend the policy as needed, as well as have it adopted each year. There are no required changes to the policy or our investment strategies. The primary objective of the policy remains safety, liquidity, public trust, and yield. To expand on these objectives, number 1 is to preserve the safety of the principal of the investment. Number 2 is maintain sufficient liquidity of the funds to meet operational needs. 3 is maintain public trust based on prudent investment activities. And lastly is the yield, meaning that to optimize interest earnings while keeping the first 3 objectives in mind. The attached resolution highlights the main points of the investment policies. The Public Funds Investment Act requires annual board approval. It states the requirement that investment officers receive periodic investment training. It designates approved organizations for that training and provides the executive committee authority for investment officers to invest funds, approves investments and demand deposits with our current bank and public funds investment pool, authorize investments to be handled with safety and prudent standard of care, and states that the investment policy complies with the Public Fund Investment Act. Any questions? Now submit the resolution and investment policy for executive committee approval.
Thank you, Debbie. Do we have a motion to approve?
Make a motion.
Thank you, sir. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Got a motion and a second. Any other discussion on the policy? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? That carries. Thank you, David. All right, next, approval of the procurement policy updates. This will be presented by Mr. Jeff King. Jeff?
Hey, Judge. Hello, everyone. It's great to see y'all. Thank you for joining us today. The Finance Department of SETRPC is formally requesting approval for 2 procurement policy updates as a follow-up to an increase previously made to the micro-purchase or non-competitive threshold. In November of 2025, we sought and received executive committee approval to increase the threshold amount for the micro-purchases from $3,500 to $10,000 to align with the federal and state guidelines. Today, as a follow-up to that previous change, we're requesting approval for policy changes for 2 specific purchase categories when the purchases are greater than the micro-purchase threshold. The first requested change is found on page 15, is titled Proprietary Purchases or Sole Source. These types of purchases require documentation justifying the need to utilize this purchase method and we're requesting to increase this category's threshold to $10,001. These are for purchases that are only available from one source, a proprietary or sole source. The second requested change is found on the next page, on page 16. It's titled Emergency Purchases Justification Procedure. And this states that, and it's encouraging at least 3 informal bids whenever possible for emergency purchases. We're asking to increase this threshold also to $10,001. So I wanted to open it up to see if anyone has any questions or comments.
Mr. President, I do have a question on item number 1. Jeff, you remember your name? It says in excess of 10,001.
Yes.
So that means if it is 10,001, or did you really mean to say in excess of 10,000?
Well, with that point, it should say include and exceed 10,001.
Include and exceed. Well, Mr. President, we don't really have a motion on the floor, so I cannot offer an amendment. But I will move the item into as a motion, and then wait for the second, and then I ask to amend at that time.
Okay, that's what the original motion.
Yeah, you could actually amend with that original motion if it's copacetic.
I can, but okay, my Robert's Rules of Order is going on. I do move to amend number 1 to say including and in excess of $10,001.
Excellent.
Sounds good, Jeff? Good job.
Yes.
Do we have a second? Thank you very much. We've got a motion and a second on that amended motion. Do we have any discussion on that? Judge McDaniel, any discussion? All right.
No, sir, thank you, Steve.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, now, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. President, do we need to move the whole document now? That was on the amendment, right?
Just on that, yes, sir. We'll change that language.
Correct.
All right, now the next one, review of revised section 1200, use of SETRPC property, the SETRPC personnel policy, the use of the SETRPC property under that. Presented by our director, Mr. Parker.
Thank you, Judge. A number of years ago, y'all approved our overall personnel policy, and we told you at the time if we made any major adjustments to that, we would bring that to y'all. So as a result of our recent cybersecurity and artificial intelligence training that we all went through, I asked our IT director if he would look at our cybersecurity and AI policies, because now we all have to have AI policies involved with that. So our first section 1200 used to be 5 pages, and thanks to Jeremy, it's now 21 pages. So I just wanted to provide you with a copy. Right? So we wanted to provide y'all with a copy of this new policy. Jeremy put a lot of work into this, and there's a lot of good information in here just in case you may be interested in some policies of your own. You're welcome to tap into Jeremy's expertise with this at any time. But particularly, there's a big expansion area on cybersecurity, as well as prohibitions to any type of AI. It goes into our now, 18-digit and 15-character passwords that we have to use, and it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So we just want to bring this to you so you would have a copy, and also let you know that this change will be made within our personnel policy. It'll probably go out today. You are welcome.
Do we have any questions on that before we move forward? Thank you. All right, submission of the AmeriCorps Seniors Veterans Serving Veterans Senior Demonstration Program Grant.
Okay, thank you. Just recently, we were notified by AmeriCorps seniors that we were eligible to apply for via special invitation funds that they're going to have available through the AmeriCorps Seniors Veterans Serving Veterans Senior Demonstration Project. So we're going to have to find a nice acronym for that if we get it. So myself, Jeff, Hannah Klaus, who manages our RSVP program, and Tara McKenzie, who manages our FGP program, we put our heads together over the last 3 weeks. And just yesterday, and I will say 2 days ahead of time, we submitted a $1.1 million grant to AmeriCorps to try and get this funding, and the whole premise behind this is to have veterans actually serve as senior companions to other veterans within the area. So this would be for the Fort County area, and what we propose to do are companionship services as well as some respite services for caregivers. So there was a very quick turnaround on this, and as I mentioned, it was by invitation only, so we were very proud to even be provided an invitation to begin with. They've got about $5.5 million over a 3-year period, and they intend to have awards in the $850,000 to $1 million range. So we should hear back on this pretty soon. So hopefully next month we'll have some good news for y'all on this, but just to let you know, we submitted that, and that could be coming here shortly.
Thank you very much. Do we have any questions for Shannon on that? Thank you, Shannon, I appreciate it. All right, we'll go to number 7, Community Services Division, approval of the 2027 Community Services Block Grant, CSBG Community Action Plan and Budget. And the first one's going to be action item presented by Ms. Sarah Torres-Garcia.
Thanks, Doug. Hi, everyone. I want to take a moment to introduce the newest member of the Community Services Division. If you would join me in welcoming Ms. Sydney Maddox. A case manager, and she's going to be also taking over the Lighthouse program. If you guys remember, Pam retired, and so Sydney has some very big shoes to fill. Yes, so today we are here because I administered the funds for CSBG, the Community Services Block Grant, and we needed to turn in our Community Action Plan and our budget for 2027. On July 22nd, CSBG Advisory Council and the CSD conducted a review of the 2027 CAP, our targets, and our budget. And it was concluded that CSBG is currently operating at full capacity, effectively delivering critical services to the low-income community in our area. Performance targets were adjusted to support the realistic planning and ensure continued delivery of quality services for our communities. Following the review of the proposed revisions, the CSBG Advisory Council voted to approve the CAP in the budget. Today, the CSD respectfully requests that Executive Committee reviews and approves the attached FY27 CSBG CAP and budget. And the document is attached. If you flip to the back, I just want to highlight a couple of things. These are the numbers that the targets that we have for the community and the services that we're going to deliver. I know this is the biggest we could get them without printing a huge piece of paper, so I apologize for the size. Pages in the back, pages 11 through 15 are all of our community partners throughout the service area, Hardin, Jefferson, and Orange counties. So that's a good reference tool. If you know somebody in community services, or if you know somebody that needs a service, you can always reference to those pages. It tells you the contact information and who we have solidified partnerships with the MOU in place. And then at the very back is the CSD, the CAP and the budget. We did hold, like I said, a meeting with Advisory Council. They reviewed it and approved it. And we proposed, it says a projected program 27 budget, because with the budget, of course, we based it on what we received for 2026 and projected 2027. Hopefully we'll receive the same amount of funding. So this is what we have planned for 2027. And hopefully if we receive more or less, then we'll make the budget adjustment at that time. So any questions?
Any questions?
What is considered North Jefferson, on the last page, what is considered North Jefferson County, what is considered South Jefferson County?
So North Jefferson County is the city of Beaumont,
Okay.
and all of the surrounding cities. South Jefferson is Port Arthur and all of the surrounding cities.
So neither in the south.
Yes, sir.
Got it. Thank you.
Middle.
Yeah, we're mid-county. Yeah. For purposes of this.
Do we have any other questions? All right, this time we'll entertain a motion. Do we have a motion approved? So moved. Got two at one time. What about second? Second. All right. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? All right, next, Community Services Block Grant Monitoring Report, once again presented by Ms. Sarah.
Thank you, Judge. On June 4th, 2026, TDHCA, Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs, notified us that we were going to be monitored for contract 612-5000-4362 and CSBG discretionary contract number 612-5000-4519. Of course, the purpose of the monitoring was to evaluate the effectiveness of the agency, the performance, and assess the compliance of the CSBG program requirements, and to ensure that grant funds were administered in accordance with applicable federal and state regulations. CSD worked with Mr. Benjamin Rose. He was our monitor, who initially requested a series of documents be securely uploaded, which we got those to him in a timely fashion. And then on Monday, July 27th, Mr. Rose conducted an on-site visit, and he provided positive feedback regarding the agency's operations and program administration. The monitoring review concluded on Friday, July 31st, with no observations, no concerns, and no findings identified, reflecting the agency's and community services block grant program requirements. Today, in accordance with our financial operation, oversight, organizational standards 8.3 and 8.4, the CSD respectfully requests that Executive Committee's review and acceptance of the completed monitoring report and these receipts.
Do we have any questions?
Yes, any questions?
Any questions? Do you have a motion to approve? Yes, motion. Thank you, sir. Second. Thank you, sir. We have a motion and second. Any discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I will say we almost had one finding because Jeff sent our monitor to lunch someplace that was closed, so. Those are the important things apparently. Which he noted, by the way. He was sure to tell us about that.
All right, number 8, great job, y'all. Criminal Justice and Homeland Security is going to be approval of the resolution authorizing the application in the Department of Homeland Security fiscal year 2026 Port Security Grant Program. Wow. EMW 2026 PU 05091, not to exceed the amount of $470,532.00, and presented by Ms. Kaylin Aaron.
Ready, set, go. We are a marathon today. Okay, so we retroactively in July 2026 submitted a port security grant for the Southeast Texas Alerting Network. It will be for, there is a 75% federal share and then 25% match. It is for not to exceed $470,532. Again, for the Southeast Texas Alerting Network, we were just trying it again to see if it sticks. We were told to give it one more shot, so that's what we decided to do. All our operations are still going as normal, depending on how it goes. So we are respectfully requesting the approval of this resolution for the FY 2026 Port Security Grant, EMW 2026 PU 05091.
That one. We have a motion on that
I
one?
move approval of that. I'm like,
Thank you. Have a second.
Second that.
Got a second. Motion is second. Any discussion? Anybody want to say EMW something again?
Yes.
All right, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, that carried. And then once again, Ms. Kaylin is going to be presenting on the approval to amend the current contract with Patrick Grimes as the Regional Emergency Alerting Network Planning Consultant.
Yes, so this is an easy one. We are amending the contract. A while ago, we submitted an extension request to submit to extend our performance period for our 2023 port security contract. Instead of ending 8/1/9/30, that would match our Everbridge contract. It was just approved in July of 2026, and we submitted it prior to the first shutdown in October. So we are now amending Pat's contract that instead of ending 8/31 of 2026 to 9/30 of 2026. So we are respectfully requesting the approval of that amendment.
Got a motion from Judge Kane. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, thank you, sir. Do we have any discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Carries. All right, next will be the approval of a resolution to retain Stephen Curran, AKA Steve-O, as the statewide emergency radio infrastructure grant planning consultant. And Ms. Kaylin.
In excellent news, we were awarded another statewide emergency radio infrastructure grant. We have been doing so fantastically this grant program. And so with the new grant, which is the 2026-7 one, we're asking for a contract to retain Steve as our consultant. He does an excellent job and is an interrupt and radio infrastructure guru. So his contract is attached. The award was for $1.25 million. So we did really good on this round also.
So much Steve gets is 1.25.
That's why he's not here. He took the money and ran.
Total award was 1.25. His contract is $36,000 over 2 years, so it's
That's a good return, huh? So moved.
Got a motion, we have a second. Got a second. Do we have any discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you, Kay. Next, approval of a resolution to retain Patrick Grimes as the interoperable communication specialist planning consultant. And Ms. Galen.
Okay, so we got our new Homeland Security grant. Well, we'll say we got it. It's approved, just we haven't been received the money yet. But Pat is our interop consultant on that, and that just allows him to come to the COMC meetings, and he does CASM entries. It's $2,800 for the entire year, and it allows him to work with the jurisdiction and get their radio equipment, it's not really infrastructure, but he collects all the radio data and puts it into CASM for us for that. So it's just from September 1st, 2026 through August 31st, 2027, and it's through our Homeland Security Planning Grant. So we are requesting approval to enter into that agreement.
So I've got Judge McDaniel have made a motion. Do we have a second? Thank you, sir. Do we have any discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Carries. And approval of the renewal of the emergency alerting registration interlocal agreement between the Southeast Texas Regional Planning Commission and the City of Beaumont.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
We are making this easy peasy today. This is just to renew our contract with the City of Beaumont 311 department. We have worked with them for years and years now for STAN. Basically, if somebody doesn't want to register online, they can call the City of Beaumont 311 and they manually register for them. We are only charged, it's $1.60 per registration that is outside of the City of Beaumont. If it's a City of Beaumont registrant, they take it. If it's not anywhere outside, Hardin, Jefferson, Jasper, and Orange counties and the cities within, we are charged $1.60 per registration. So we are seeking to renew that contract for 9/1 of 2026 through 8/31/2027.
Move approval.
Thank you, sir. We got a motion. We got a second. Any discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That's carried.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Kay.
Got the right.
Yeah, there you go. Good moving, Johnny. All right, number 9. Transportation and Environmental Resources Division. Yes, so moved. Thanks, sir. All right, we're going to move on to the second item for Bob. That was not planned, maybe. Review and request the approval to execute an interlocal cooperative agreement with Orange County to continue providing public transportation services in Orange County. An action item presented by Mr. Bob Dickinson.
Thank you, Judge. Every 5 years, we receive funding through the Texas Department of Transportation, Public Transportation Division to provide rural transportation services in our region. And part of that is, since Orange County is our largest subcontractor, we have to do an interlocal cooperative agreement with them every 5 years. This one will cover 27 to 31. So this is just a formality. We have to update this. I'll ask for approval of a contract to continue this rural transportation program that they provided for their citizens for a number of years. Our program is the demand response, curb-to-curb service open to all citizens of Orange County. They transport people within Orange County. They take people into Beaumont and into Port Arthur for different types of services, to go to the doctor, to go shopping, to go to a governmental building, to Walmart, or any other kind of facility. So we're just in fact, yesterday, Orange County Commissioners Court adopted this updated interlocal cooperation agreement, so we're just asking for our board to approval for us to sign it.
I'll make the motion. We have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second, and a third.
Mayor Brent.
All right, any discussion on that one? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Carries. All right, review and request for approval of subaward agreement with Orange County Transportation and Nutrition and Services for seniors to provide public transportation services in rural Orange, Hardin, and western Jefferson County in the city of Jasper. Once again, Dr. Bob.
Thank you, Commissioner. On the green paper, basically what we're doing, we're asking for approval to execute an agreement with Orange County Transportation and Nutrition Services for Seniors to continue their rural transportation services that both of the agencies have been providing to parts of our region for many years. We do transportation in Hardin County, Orange County, and rural Jefferson County through these programs, so you can see the amount of money. I have 2 copies of the first 2 of the sub-award contracts that we'll have with the 2 agencies. And so anyway, this is just a continuation of existing services that we've been providing. We usually have an agreement for 12 months. This one goes from September 1 to the end of November of next year. So we're just asking for approval of this. By the way, last year we did 46,100 one-way trips throughout this program that these 2 agencies provide for the citizens of our region. So anyway, we're just asking for approval to execute these sub-award agreements to continue this program.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Bob.
Motion.
Motion, we have a second? Second. Thank you, sir. Do we have any discussion on that? We'll say, Bob, thank y'all very much for what you do on this project. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Carried. And now, once again, review and request for approval of rural transportation purchase of services third-party subcontractor to provide public transportation services in the city of Newland, Port Neches, and Groves within Jefferson County, which is mid-county. Dr. Bob?
Thank you, Commissioner. On the yellow paper, basically, we're required by the Texas Department of Transportation, we had to issue a request for proposal for these services that we provide to individuals over 65 years of age and individuals with disabilities within the cities of Nederland and Port Neches and Groves. So this program's been operating since 2002. So we issued the RFP on July 28th. We put it on our website. We ran it into Beaumont Enterprise on July the 30th and August the 4th. It's required by our procurement procedures. And basically, we issued those. They were due on April the 12th. And basically, if you go down to the middle of the third, I got one response to my RFP, and that was from Nutrition and Services for Seniors, who's done this service for us for many, many years, and they do a very good job. So basically, we reviewed their application, and we found it to be acceptable. The amount of money, that'll come up in the next thing, the next action item. But anyway, we're just asking for approval to negotiate a contract with Nutrition and Services for Seniors to continue this valuable service to the groups that I've mentioned a minute ago.
Motion, do we have a second? Have a motion to second. Any discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. That carries. And I think Bob, tell me we're on the last action item, review request to subcontract for, or subcontract with Nutrition and Services for Seniors, NSS, to provide transportation services for seniors 65 or over and persons with disabilities living in Nederland, Port Neches, and Groves within Jefferson County.
This is a competitive program that we work on every year, and the amount of money we have for this contract for the year starting September 1 to the end of August next year is $380,000. That funding comes through the Texas Department of Public Transportation Division. So here again, we're just asking, I have a copy of 2 of the sheets out of this third-party subcontract that will execute with them if this is approved, and this will just continue this valuable service that they transport people within the 3 cities in the mid-county area, and they also take people into Beaumont and Port Arthur for different services every day.
Thank you, Bob. Do we have a motion? Second. 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 Do we have any discussion?
Yes, sir. Just a point of clarification, Dr. Bob. In the agenda, it says senior 60 and over, and here on the blue sheet, it says 65 and over.
Yeah, that's originally when that was posted. It was a typo. It should have been 65. So the formal is 65.
Because I was beginning to worry that 60 was considered a senior.
I get to more field.
You won't worry in a few years.
I turn 60 tomorrow, that's why I was here.
Thank you. Happy birthday. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? All right, carries.
Super, eh?
Close enough.
That was a marathon. All right, and finally, it's going to be an information item, report on the household hazardous waste and scrap tire collection event.
I just had, thank you, Judge, I just had briefly to look at the second page of my handout. Of course, you know, through our original solid waste grant program, every year we have a household hazardous waste scrap tire collection event. This year we had it on Saturday, May the 20th at the Buena High School parking lot up in southern Jasper County. We had a beautiful day that day. We had steady traffic. We had over 505 vehicles come through the event that day. And you can see the different amounts of the types of things. The main thing we get is paint. And of course, we get a lot of tires. But in our event, cost just about what we had to do the event. It was a little over $100,000. So that's just for information. And the next thing, just to show a comparison of what we expended and the types of materials we collected, 2020 through 2026 are shown on that next sheet. But the second sheet of that at the bottom, I think, is an interesting number to show how important this program is. It says 2020 to 26 totals, and you could look at tires, paint. We collected a lot of stuff that, you know, that otherwise might have gone in the ditch, not only in the rural areas, but also in the cities as well. So after that, people call all the time wanting to do the right thing to dispose of household hazardous waste. So, of course, the main thing is paint. If you have latex paint, if it's already solid in a can, you can put it in regular garbage for disposal. If it's liquid, you can take the lid off and put cat litter in it, and that'll dry it out. And then there's a number of other things on these follow-up sheets you can look at. One of the things we get a lot of calls about is old used motor oil, antifreeze, and gasoline. There is a place, Action Oil Services in Rose City. They used to be in Beaumont, but they do take a lot of those things. There's other places. Anyway, this is general information. It's just one side note on that event. We had our HHW event. At the end of it, about 25 minutes before it stopped, the judge and I were standing there, and we heard we had an explosion under the tent where our vendor, Clean Harbors, was putting the paint into the way they dispose of their fertilizer. So we didn't know what happened. So we had to stop the event, and of course everybody was, you know, so anyway, the judge, and we had some other, well, we had law enforcement. We always had folks from the sheriff's department out there. Luckily, it was just fertilizer in a bag that was wet, and it got mixed with something else, and it sounded like a bomb went off.
We had IED. Good one. Woke everybody up, you know, get a little more energized, get those tires moving. I will say, Bob, that was an outstanding job. And Bob was out there, him and his team were there the whole day out in the sun. And it was hot. It was a beautiful day, but it got hot quick. And I appreciate what you do. And that's a big thing. I know y'all probably some of y'all been to these events. It's a wild ride, but it really does help the community out. And I really appreciate you.
Our event next year, it was Port Arthur Civic Center's turn last year, this year. Well, we couldn't book it. We've already booked it for next spring. Saturday, May the 15th is when we're going to have the 2027 household hazardous waste collection. We move those around every year because they're very popular all around our 4-county region.
So it's going to be in Port Arthur, you said?
May 15th, calendar.
One little explosion will make 80 people run like a covey of quail. Thank you, Bob.
Here ain't anything
All right, now we're gonna go
there. I wouldn't trust it as something in the barrel.
Yeah. Probably true there. Number 10, future calendar. It's going to be information item presented by Ms. Suzanne Carter.
Okay, on your future calendar, you'll see a list of meetings that are taking place in the next few months. I'd like to point out that the Planning Commission offices will be closed on Monday, September 7th, in service of Labor Day. The next executive committee is scheduled for Wednesday, September 16th, right here in the Mayor Homer Nagel Room. We appreciate the turnout today. We also appreciate you RSVPing and let us know if you're coming or not. That's a great help. The next Southeast Texas Stand Down is scheduled for Friday, September 25th, 9 to 1 at the Beaumont Civic Center. There's a flyer behind the future calendar that gives you more information on that. And then behind that flyer, there's another one. It's not on future calendar, but this is coming up. It's sponsored by the Golden Triangle RSVP, and it is the Golden Triangle RSVP and Rockin' Cafe. They present the Unite for Good, Never Forget, the 8th Annual 9/11 Day of Service and Remembrance. And it's for all veterans, military members, and first responders, retired or active, to attend a free lunch. And I think Rockin' supplies the food with no charge to anyone. So if you'd like to attend that, there's information on how to contact Hannah Klaus and the Golden Triangle RSVP and let them know you'd like to attend. Thank you.
All right, now number 11, other old and unfinished business. Yes, ma'am. Turn this over to Ms. Shannon.
Check. I'm going to mix up today. Tell me something good with our announcements and articles. Also, you'll find in your packet there's a flyer for, it's called Sleep in Heavenly Peace. This is a nonprofit that was passed on to us by Sarah's group, and this is an organization that builds beds for those that are underprivileged, and so they need some bedding. So just wanted to pass this along to you in case you're looking for a fundraiser or you yourself are interested in donating to that. Jasper County just had their stand down event. The flyer that you saw on here is for the next one coming up, but these are done throughout the 4-county region as well. There's an article in here on the Jasper County stand down written by our very own Amanda Gates. So great job with that. And just to give you a few stats from that stand down, there were 100 veterans in attendance. There were 70 non-veterans. There were 15 exhibitors. LifeShare was looking for blood donations. They had a quota of 12 and they got 26, so that was fabulous. There were 30 haircuts given, and there were 8 audiology screenings done. So good stuff is going on at those. I urge you, if you've never been to one of those, they're really neat events to go to. And so please go by and check one of those out. Yes, sir.
2 things from me. For those of you who are not familiar with Sleep in Heavenly Peace, they build bunk beds for children who sleep somewhere besides a bed. In Jasper County, so far with the bills, we have put over 800 children in beds. That's scary. I think we have that many children unbedded. Also, the program for Stand Down was excellent. Thank you, Judge. As old veterans, we appreciate it.
Y'all, thank you to the city of Jasper and the city of Kerrville for their y'all's help and support. But Planning Commission, Ms. Bonnie Brooks, I don't know if she's in the room right now, but y'all got a gold staff, Shannon. They really take care of us, put up with us. And to the food bank, Southeast Texas Food Bank, for allowing us to get there and basically inhabit there for a good week before this thing happens. It really was a great service to the veterans. And LifeShare Blood Center, you know, and I appreciate those inmates because I think we got 4 donations each from each inmate in an hour.
Let them try, right?
It's a joke.
That little girl was very persuasive. She was running around and greeting everybody.
Yeah, she was.
Do you want anything, man?
Well, every year we get to send some of my 4-H kids to go and volunteer their time. I had to turn a couple of them down because they heard how much fun the kids had last year. They loved it. They loved talking to the veterans. One of my kids actually donated blood. The other tried to, but she wasn't old enough. She tried to lie, but that's okay.
She was 8.
Yeah, she's ambitious, but it is a great event. The facility was awesome. So love that we got to move it over to that. It's much easier. But we had a great time.
Thanks for your kiddos, your 4-H bunch, you're really great kids. And we're there with us always.
Oh, yeah.
In and out military gear, also.
Yeah.
Well, again, urge you, if you've never been to one, to check one out. They're really neat events. And the last thing I have, was it last week? What's today's date? A week and a half ago, Mayor Roy McDonald from the city of West Orange passed away. Mayor McDonald was a fixture here for years and years and years. Great man, great heart, great service, both he and his family. So Mayor McDonald, if you don't know Mayor McDonald, here's a beautiful picture of him. He served as mayor of West Orange from 1995 to 2021. And before that, he served as an alderman for the city as well. And he actually served as our president here at the Planning Commission from, I want to make sure I get this right, from 2003 to 2004. And he also served our state association, the Texas Association of Regional Councils, as president from 2005 to 2006. So very, very sad to see him go. Up until just a few years ago, he sat right where Miss Glenda's sitting, with Ms. Shirley Bonin sitting right next to him from City Council. So our condolences to his family and to the city of West Orange as well.
Absolutely.
Very good man. What did I call what?
His name was Mayor.
His name was Mayor Roy McDonald.
That's all
Also, we always knew him as Mayor McDonald. That's it?
Something good? I got one thing.
Yes, sir, Mayor.
Our September 11th is going to be on September the 9th, because we're going to have some firefighters from New York in that participated on the 15th anniversary. So we're expecting a large crowd. We'd like to invite everybody up. It's going to start at 8:30. So we're going to give some plaques to Fort Polk, the chief at the Alabama Coshada, and lots of dignitaries. I think it'd be a great thing to be a part of. So 8:30 till 10:30. So
What city?
Jasper, I'm sorry. Up in Jasper. On Courthouse Square. Mark Allen's gonna be the dignitary.
Oh, I was fixing.
And you just ruined it.
I got all my dignitary skills off Hee-Haw episodes. Do we have anything else good for the region? Going once, going twice. In that case, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
And you're still under an hour.
He ain't under 15 minutes. He ain't under 15 minutes.